RoadRashRenegade.
Alright guys, I want to do a video about guardian bells. We all know what guardian bells are, and if you don't, I'm going to tell you. A guardian bell is something motorcyclists give to each other to keep you safe, basically. And I'm going to show you mine. It's right here. When I got this bike, I didn't plan on keeping it for as long as I have, so I never put mine on there. That's what it is, right there. I planned on just flipping the bike, and I never did. I kept the bike, so I never put it on there. My buddy gave me this when I first started riding, and these are you give these to each other. You're not supposed to buy your own. You're supposed to give it to a co-rider, because it's not as powerful if you buy your own. So it's supposed to be given to you. And what a guardian bell is an old motorcycle wives' tale, or it's an old tale. They date back a long time. And one of the stories where they say they originated is that there was a biker, and it was during Christmas time, and he was on his way down to Mexico to get a bunch of toys to bring back for children. And he was riding back. He wasn't having any problems. And then before he hit the border of the U.S., 40 miles before he hit the U.S. border, he came around a corner not suspecting anything, and there was a bunch of gremlins. Gremlins, like the little short guys that hang out under bridges. And they ran in the road, and they caused him to crash. And when he crashed, his bike was messed up, and he was laying there on the ground hurt, and he couldn't do anything, and all these gremlins were surrounding him. And he was keeping them back by throwing all the toys from his saddlebag, because his saddlebag had blown off, and it was laying there next to him while he was hurt. And he threw all the toys, and the gremlins were about to get him, and he got desperate, and all he had left was a bell, a Christmas bell, I guess. And he started jingling it, hoping that it would scare him off. And there was two motorcyclists camping somewhere close by, within a half mile or so. And they heard this bell, and they were like, "What's that bell? There shouldn't be anything out here. It's the middle of nowhere." And they went to investigate it. And they came upon this motorcyclist being attacked by these gremlins, and they saved him. They saved his life. And he wanted to, he was saved. He wanted to pay them back. But he didn't have anything. He didn't have no money because he spent it all on toys. And he didn't have any toys because he threw them at the gremlins. And, the bikers, they didn't really want to pay him it anyway, because we're bikers. We help each other out. So all he had was just a few bells. So he cut a little bit of leather off of his jacket, and he tied each of the bells to their motorcycles, one on one and one on the other. And he said, "Hey, if you're ever in trouble, just do like me, ring the bell, and surely a biker will hear it, and he'll come save you too." And that's how he paid him back. That's the only way he knew to pay him back. So that's how it started. And then another one of the sayings that's also popular is that your bike has spirits, gremlin spirits, or bad spirits, that live in and amongst your motorcycle, and they like to ride. These spirits like to go, they like to ride, but they cause all kinds of bad things to happen to your bike, like when your blinkers don't work, or your battery goes dead, or when it won't start. They cause these kind of things, and so they're bad for you to ride along, but they love to do it, so they're going to be there anyway. And the gremlin bell, the hollow part of it, the cup, traps them in there. And when it rings, it traps them up in there, and then they can't harm you. They can't make you crash or give your bike problems. So that's another thing that the gremlin bell does. And you're supposed to hang it on the lowest part of your bike, closest part to the road. And then every time you wash your bike, you're supposed to get down there on your hands and knees, and you're supposed to polish the bell. And what that signifies is all the riders that have fallen, to the road and been hit or just killed while they're riding. And so every time you polish that, you're supposed to stop and think about the memory of these riders. and that is the Gremlin bell. If you got a buddy that doesn't have one or doesn't know what it is, get him one.